own, the Fender Toronado.
Now explain the difference. I mean, you know, people will mistake this for other Fenders. I think the first time I saw it, I did as well.
Okay, yeah, the Fender Toronado was made in 1995. Was the first year they came out with it, and it's fantastic. Actually, no, it's not 95. 98 was the first year that they came out with these, and it's a fantastic instrument. It is amazing. They discontinued him in January of this year, which is a shame because it's amazing. It looks like a Jaguar Jazzmaster. It has that sort of surf body style, Southern California. It plays really well. It has the thin neck of a Fender. It's got the strings go through the body. They call that a through the body bridge.
It's an interesting thing. You don't see that often.
You don't know. Fender in the late '90s had a couple models like that. They had two Squire models. One was called the Bronco. No, it wasn't. Was it the Bronco? It was the Kurt Cobain model. That was through the body too, and also the Courtney Love model, the Venus. Those were through the body. But this guitar is made in Mexico, and it's the Deluxe series, and they made the Fender Deluxe series. It's this guitar. They made a Telecaster that was a Deluxe series, and they started making them in Mexico, and to a higher standard than previous Japanese and other. I think just actually in Mexico and Japan. But they made they were made to a higher standard. This guitar is fantastic. It has two humbuckers in it. Part of the reason I bought it is because of the way it looks. I thought it looked, you know, pretty crazy, but it also sounds like a Gibson. It's very comparable to an SG.
The humbuckers.
Yeah, definitely. It has a really dirty sound. If like Neil Young could manifest himself as a guitar, it would be this guitar. And I mean, it's dirty. It has a really fantastic tone. Great low end. I would say this is the best guitar Fender makes or made. A lot of people would argue with me about that, but I mean, I don't know. I like this one the best. I don't know too many people that play them either. They made in 2006 they came out with one that had racing stripes and sort of other, I don't know, BS, but it wasn't the same.
What does it cost? What does it run?
This guitar was $450. When they finally stopped making them, they were $715, which I think is a bit too much to pay for it. But you know, who knows? Maybe they'll be worth some money. Again, the only modifications are my Felbo Racing and my Broken Cherry stickers. But this guitar, I use this quite.
And those are important modifications for sound. Yeah.
Well, you know what though? You know what I use this guitar for besides playing live was feedback. When I would record feedback. Especially with the Irish band, we would turn up really loud, and you could play the feedback like you would a hollow body.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's the.
What do you think makes that the case? I mean, you know, those are P90s, right?
I don't know. They might be.
They look. Well, you know, they look.
Well, they look similar, but they have the case over it. That's why. This, I'm not really sure. Probably just a volume. On it, and I don't know if you can get a close up of the pickups, but I also used to play this guitar with a violin bow. There's resin all over it, and it lends itself to that partially because of the bridge. I lied about the modifications. I modified the bridge a little bit so that certain strings were sitting higher than another. But this guitar really did have a fantastic tone for playing the. You know, the violin bow when you want to get all Jimmy Page. I really like this guitar.
Plug it into your little amp there.
Okay.
Rock.
I got this tuned to DAD GAD, which is the middle finger tuning.